Today we're here to talk about an agility progression to work on your defensive shutdown abilities. Agility is the ability to move your body through quick change in direction or quick change in body position under control. The more agile you are on the field, the more consistently you'll be able to shut down your man. Thanks for joining me here at Rodu today. I'm Jonah Wish, head of Youth Strength and Conditioning, and today we're here to talk about a shuffling progression to work on your lateral quickness, reactivity, and balance. First thing we're going to do is have our athlete set up in a nice athletic position, toes pointed straight forward, about hip width apart, ready to move side to side. Then I'm going to instruct the athlete to start shuffling side to side, keeping those toes wide hip width apart and staying balanced. Excellent. Next, we're going to have the athlete move side to side and backwards at the same time. This extra plane of movement makes it more difficult to perform well, but it'll add another level to your defensive abilities. Rob's going to set up an athletic position, ready to shuffle. The keys here are to stay low, keep your feet at hip width or wider, and stay balanced on your toes. Next, we're going to have our athlete transition from a shuffle into a sprint. So Rob's going to set up in that same athletic position, shuffle backwards, and transition right into a sprint. Notice how he stayed balanced, had a good crossover, and took a straight line to the disc. To find out more about that crossover, check out our crossover Icky Shuffle video on our YouTube page. The last thing we're going to do is add a reactive component to this progression. We can do this by either using a verbal or visual stimulus. Since Ultimate is primarily a visual sport, we're going to use hand signals as a visual cue. So I'm going to have Rob set up in an athletic position, and I'll stand right in front of him, and I'm just going to start pointing in a certain direction, and he can shuffle side to side, reacting to my stimulus. Good. The last component we're going to introduce is an offensive player and a thrown disc to make a play on. This is where you can take all of the mechanics that we just worked on and translate them into a near game-like situation. Thanks for joining us here at Rodu. Today we learned an agility progression to work on our lateral quickness, reactivity, and balance. You can use this progression no matter what position you're covering on the field to prepare for your upcoming season. Make sure you're getting all of our weekly videos by subscribing to our YouTube page. You can also follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next Wednesday.